Imagine a king so unpopular that his own nobles turn against him. That was King John of England in 1215. Heavy taxes, failed wars, and broken promises had pushed the barons to the edge. They weren't just angry, they were desperate. So they gathered their forces and demanded change. The result? A tense standoff at a riverside meadow called Runnymede, where history was about to be rewritten in ink and ambition. The Magna Carta wasn't just a list of complaints, it was a revolutionary document. The barons demanded limits on royal power, protection for their rights, and fair treatment under the law. For the first time, a king was forced to admit he wasn't above the rules. This wasn't about democracy as we know it, but it was a bold step toward accountability. The ink on the parchment was barely dry, but the message was clear. Even kings have limits. The signing itself was no peaceful ceremony. King John didn't want to give up his power, and the barons didn't trust him. Armed guards watched every move. The air was thick with suspicion. Yet, under immense pressure, John pressed his seal onto the Magna Carta. It was a moment of uneasy compromise, not celebration. No one knew if the agreement would last, but everyone understood its importance. The balance of power had shifted, at least for now. The aftermath was chaotic. King John almost immediately tried to break his promises, plunging England into civil war. The Pope even declared the Magna Carta invalid. But the idea was out there, and it couldn't be erased. Over the years, the Magna Carta was reissued and revised, each time chipping away at absolute monarchy. Its clauses about justice and due process would inspire thinkers and revolutionaries for centuries, far beyond England's borders. Why does the Magna Carta still matter? Its legacy lives on in ideas like the rule of law and individual rights. Documents like the U.S. Constitution and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights trace their roots back to that muddy field in 1215. The Magna Carta reminds us that power should have limits, and that even the mightiest rulers can be held to account. It's not just a relic, it's a foundation for freedom that still shapes our world.